It's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We've got some action to bet on. We're talking baseball. We've got a nice little deal, 15% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net if you use the code SCC. Yankees, Blue Jays. Yankees big favorites in this one, minus 245 because Garrett Cole is on the mound. The total is 9.5, and Cole, after some bettors probably cursing his name after the Yankees losing some of the games that he started, his last 3 starts have been really, really good. 20 innings pitched, only 2 earned runs with at least 8 strikeouts in all 3 of those starts. Scott Rickenbach joining us now to talk this AL East matchup. Scott, minus 245 is a big number. Total's
Yes.
9.5. So where are you leaning on this one?
Well, this one, it for me, it's a little bit problematic because we've got a big number, like you mentioned. So in a case like this, I'll look at the total or the run line. And looking at the run line here, you still have a fairly significant price on the Yankees, minus 150. But
Ugh.
before I get into that, just want to mention on the total, it's hard for me to go with an over or under in this case because I really do like Cole and what he's been doing lately. He has a 0.9 ERA in the month of September. He's been fantastic. And then when you look at the other side, it's expected to be Chase Anderson, the starter. I don't care who pitches for Toronto here in terms of the free pick that I'm going with in this matchup. But what I do want to mention is that it is expected to be Anderson, and he has really struggled, including getting hammered by the Yankees in his most recent outing. So Cole did face the Blue Jays recently and was fantastic against them, just like he has been against everybody else this month. And this looks like a complete mismatch. So for me, it's hard to go with an over because I like Cole too much in this spot. And it's hard for me to go with an under because I don't trust Anderson or the Blue Jays pitching staff as a whole. The Blue Jays pitching staff, they rank about in the middle in terms of team ERA. But if you dig a little deeper based on whip, they're 27th in the majors, and they've also allowed hitters to hit 256, which ranks them 23rd in the majors. So overall pitching, not too great with Toronto. And interestingly, tonight, as we make this recording on Monday evening, Toronto actually has had a big game against the Yankees. But coming into tonight, the Yankees had won 8 of their last 10, they had won 10 of 11 games, and 8 of those 10 wins came by 2 or more runs. And in fact, the 10 wins combined margin was 60 runs. That's 6 runs per game, average margin of victory. So I'm comfortable with laying the run line here. I'm not a big fan of big prices, but minus 150 is a decent range here to have Cole over the Blue Jays. And I look for the Yankees to roll to a huge win in this one Tuesday night.
Just one note, MLB.com has Tanner Roark pitching, which I don't think would change your analysis too much if it is him. I'm not sure who's going to get the ball, but Tanner Roark, 2-2 with a 6.41 ERA. He hasn't gone more than 4 1/3 in his last 3 starts. So I think that's, about the same. But I think if you're looking at a total here, you've got to trust the Yankees to score a lot of runs. Even though I will say Toronto's scoring some runs tonight, but Garrett Cole is not the same pitcher as I believe it's King that started tonight and only went 2 2/3. So Garrett Cole has really been on the money lately, and I just don't like laying the number with the Yankees in that price because it's just baseball lately has been so out of sorts. But I do like an over in this one because the score of these 2 teams meeting head to head in their last 3 have been this: 10-7. 13-2, 20-6. Those are big
Yes.
numbers.
I was just going to say there was that one game where the Yankees, I was watching that particular matchup and they hit, I believe, like 5 homers in 1 inning. It was just incredible. Everybody was just stepping up and just knocking out of the park. So I wouldn't argue with you on an over, that's for sure, in this matchup. But again, I do think Cole's going to pitch pretty well, but Yankees should score a ton of runs in this one.
Right, because the only stadium that seems to be more home run friendly than Yankee Stadium is where the Blue Jays have been playing in Buffalo. There's been all kinds of home runs there as well. And this Yankees lineup is finally hitting on all cylinders. For a while, they were slumping a bit. Their big hitters were hurt. But now, as you mentioned, they're on a hot streak. The game going on right now, not included. But maybe we can get some runs from this Blue Jays lineup as well. That's going to do it for Yankees Blue Jays talk here on Picks and Parlays. Scott Rickenbach, great stuff as always. Scott, thanks for joining us.